babes, today I have a bit of a confession for you. So I've been putting off this haul for months because there is so much here. It's actually kind of troubling. This is going to be the most gigantic, I'm positive, haul that I've ever done. I'm smiling because I'm mildly embarrassed at the amount of stuff that's here. So I never did a Sephora VIB sale haul. When I shopped the VIB sale, I wound up stocking up on a lot of things. I wound up buying some new things. And obviously, you know, we're getting into 2017, so everyone and their mother has new makeup launches out. I do have some PR products that I would love to share with you guys, but I didn't want to throw them into this haul just because I wanted this to be just things that I bought with my own money that I'm interested in trying out. I didn't want it to be like mixed and whatever with like things that I've been sent to try. So, oh my God, I'm actually really nervous because there is literally so much here. It's not even funny. And there's not gonna be a lot of rhyme or reason to it, except that I'm just gonna share it all with you. Honestly, I really wanted to try out some new skincare, and I feel like that's where I wanna start. I know for some people skincare is boring, so if you wanna skip on to the makeup, that's totally fine, but I wound up filling up little Sephora bags that I had laying around just with different categories of products because I wanted to be organized. Because it's that bad. This first thing is not really a skincare item, but it is the Sephora collection or Sephora brand, whatever, Daily Brush Cleaner. The scent on this one, I'm not entirely sure. I think it's just coconut. It doesn't say anywhere. I had a small bottle of this that I wound up buying when I was in New York last, and I went through it so quickly. I do not wash my brushes like a normal human should. It's a thing. I'm disgusting. It's fine. But honestly, this really does save my life when like I have gone too long without washing my brushes or whatever, or when I want to spot clean in between washes. You know, if I do like a really heavy eye makeup one day and then the next day I want to do something really light or really colorful or whatever, this is great for switching out color because you don't have to wash it off. This is the Caudalie Grape Water. It soothes, it moisturizes. We're in the dead of winter and the weather here has gone from 20 degrees to 70 degrees in the last week. So my skin is over it. When I tell you it's in terrible condition, like trust me, it is in terrible condition. So I thought something like this just to refresh throughout the day would be really nice. I've heard great things about Caudalie, or Caudalie, I don't know how you say that, but apparently this is a limited edition scent. I really wanted to try this when I was in, oh my God, this is how far back this haul goes, you guys. I was in Indianapolis. Oh my God, that's like before October. That is so insane that this has been accumulative since like September. This is the Clinique Pep Start Hydrant Moisturizer, whatever. I was shopping with one of my friends and she told me that this was a really good moisturizer and I wound up trying it on the back of my hand and I totally agree. That's how long this has been sitting around. And honestly, I've just been like getting through other skincare and stuff in the meantime, so it's fine. But I just wanted, I mean, it's just a moisturizer, but number one, it doesn't really have a scent. It's really light and fresh, but this is the texture of it. It's almost like whipped, but it feels super creamy. A lot of times with whipped products like this, I feel like they don't, oh, there goes a box. They don't deliver that much on moisture, but this one really does. When I tell you there's a lot, there is a lot. I really do want to try to cut this down to like half an hour. So that's so sad. That's so sad that there's this much here. So forgive me if I'm not going into too much detail. I'm gonna link everything down below as always so that you guys can go and check it out. I really wanted to try out the Luna Sleeping Night Oil. Like I said, my skin is in a weird point right now. I feel like I'm not as acne prone as I maybe once was, but my skin is getting drier. It's showing wear and tear more. Like if I laugh a lot through the day, I might notice like laugh lines around my eyes. I feel like things like that, it's just not getting enough moisture. So I really wanted to try new items to get that in and just to start taking better care of it. This is the Sunday Riley Power Couple Kit and it comes with the Luna Night Oil. It's a retinol ester sleeping night oil. I've heard amazing things. And then the Good Genes all-in-one lactic acid treatment. I could probably talk about the hype around these forever, but instead I'm just gonna show them to you. It was $85 and the value for the two products is like $105. They're really expensive. I really want to try them and figure out if they're worth that kind of money. I don't mind splurging on skincare at all if it's worth it. Again, this was during the VIB sale when I initially got all of this, so it was 20% off when I bought everything here. I should have clarified that earlier. So I decided to try a lot of really high-end skincare I may have never bought before, especially from Dr. Brand. I've just heard really great things about this brand. They always have really insanely good reviews. So I'm just gonna go through what I got really really quickly. The first thing is the Glow Overnight Revitalizing Serum with 2% active retinol. I have been looking for new serums for nighttime. I really don't have a serum I love, so I just wanted to try a couple of different ones. Here's what it looks like. I've really always wanted to try an oxygen facial, and this one claims that it revitalizes, hydrates, and boosts radiance, and oxygen is really good for the skin. These oxygen masks will make you look like you have really insanely good skin, and it's not for like a prolonged period of time, but it looks really good for a short period of time, and I think that over time it does start to really improve your skin from the inside out. Last from Dr. Brandt is the Vitamin C Serum. It's 20% vitamin C, which is an insanely high amount, I know, and they actually had like a couple of things on the Sephora website, like only use this like once in a while if you see crazy, I don't know, skincare difference or whatever. But I know the vitamin C is really good for revitalizing the skin. Again, this is something where I just want to start taking better care of it. I don't know too much except that I've always heard that it's really good for the skin. I've heard it's really good for removing like hyperpigmentation and scarring, which I definitely have on this side of my face, and I have a lot of redness. So yes, I will give all of these products a try and get back to you. In terms of other skincare, what else did I get? Oh, I got this Rose Hibiscus Coconut Water by Herbivore. I've always looked at this and always wanted to try it. And then I tried the Jurlesque Rose Face Mist, and I do quite like that, but I just had a sample, and I've always wanted to try this one. It is a coconut water, and it has rose, and it has hibiscus. So it just sounds like it would be really, really good. I do want to smell it, and it smells like heaven. I love everything and anything rose scented. I had heard people talking about this in the past, and actually a friend of mine uses this religiously. It's the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and I believe it's supposed to be used as a primer, or no, it's a moisturizer actually, but I've heard of people using it as a primer. It was like $65 for this teensy tiny little jar. I've heard that it looks really great on the skin. It's really super hydrating, and like I said, I do definitely need that. Oh, it has a scent. It kind of smells like lemon. That's weird. But I will try this in an upcoming tutorial. I will do a massive video on just brand new things from this haul and let you guys know what I think. I really do like the jar though. Look at how pretty and like classy and fabulous it is. I got a little mini of the Glam Glow Thirsty Mud Hydrating Treatment. I get sent Glam Glow products from time to time, but I've never tried out the Thirsty Mud. Oh my god, I'm getting tongue-tied already. So I just bought this little tiny at checkout because I thought it would be good. Now, moving into makeup, I'm going to be taking off my makeup swatches with the Coconut Water Cleansing Wipes from Sephora. I had the Charcoal Cleansing Wipes before. These are supposed to be soothing and relaxing, good for face and eyes, and they were like $6 or something like that. I love the Sephora brand of skincare most of the time, so I just wanted to try them out because I like the charcoal ones a lot. I kind of, again, have all of this divided up into different categories. So I have some foundations and stuff, but I want to talk about like some colors. So in this bag, I have cheek items I bought recently. I am really organized in this haul, you guys. It is a serious thing. Something I really wanted to pick up was the Kat Von D Alchemist Holographic Palette. I have heard insanely good things about this, and I never did try the Moonchild palette from Anastasia. This is incredibly, incredibly similar, and as you can see, it has like holographic shift to it, and I like hollow a lot. So in here you get 4 different colors. You get like an emerald, you get a blue, you get a violet amethyst, and a pink opal. And I'm just gonna do some quick swatches. I'm not gonna get too crazy swatchy in this video just because it's already gonna be insane, but look at those powders, you guys. I'm dead. They're so nice. Oh my god, they look so pretty. That was my first time swatching them too. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Look at that. It's gonna be so fun. I wish I'd used this on New Year's Eve, actually. That would have been a really fun addition to my makeup. But yeah, I really, really have wanted the Alchemist palette for a long time. So I will have to figure out how to wear it because I've never done like crazy unique highlighter before. Should be fun. Speaking of highlighter palettes, I did pick up the Ultimate Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I know that this keeps going in and out of stock, but here's what it looks like. Really plain, really basic. Has the most amazing highlighter colors. For those of you who have been asking, by the way, this is a terrible video to announce this in. Yes, I do have a highlighter out with IT Cosmetics. It is being sold on their website. I do not have all of the information on it, but I don't want to talk about it until I know absolutely everything. It has been a process. I can't wait to explain it to you guys. But what what I was gonna say, in creating my own highlight, I went through, I think, all 6 of these colors in samples and stuff like that. Like, I wanted to combine all 6 of these shades into one, so it's kind of funny to have a highlight palette with all of these in there. And they are really, really nice. Like I said, I don't want to get crazy swatch happy. Not as like smooth or honestly even as pigmented as the Anastasia ones. Not even kinda. Ooh, that is not good. Hold on a minute. Hold the phone. That's kind of scary. Okay, okay. Let's do this again. All right, the white one is the most sheer, but honestly, after that Kat Von D palette, do you guys see them? They're all 3 swatched right here. That's really nothing to write home about. Whew. That's disappointing. Speaking of highlights though, I did pick up the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat highlighting palette powder. And this is really, again, just because it was 20% off. I've always wanted to try this out, and it's a beautiful, super beautiful shade. I think that this is a nice kind of everyday shade. It's not super sparkly. I just cleaned off my hand, so it's still a little bit tacky. Whoops. But there it is right there. Super radiant and highlighting and beautiful, but nothing insane, nothing super glittery. I just thought it would be a nice everyday kind of color, you know? Something I picked up during the holiday, and I don't believe it's available anymore, is the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick palette. I've never tried a Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick, believe it or not. And I've always heard really good things. So in here you get gold, bronze, and wild rose, and I just wanted to try them out. As you can see, wild rose is probably going to be more of like a blush color. This is going to be more of a bronzer or a blush topper. This is more of like a golden highlight. So these are more fun blush palettes, I guess you could say. I got the Cheekathon palette, oh my god, a while ago. Again, this is stuff that has been sitting around for so long, you guys. I have not been like experimenting or playing with makeup very much at all recently, but haven't even taken out the insert. I am a great YouTuber. I just want to be a beauty guru so bad. These are actually all shades, aside from Coralisa and Hula, I've never had before. I've always wanted Rockateur. I've always wanted Dandelion. Oh, I have Dallas too. Oops. Now I can give Dallas to a friend though, now that I have it in this palette. So in here you just get 3 blushes and a bronzer and Benefit. Box blushes are amazing, but it's really nice to have them compact and in a palette like this that is really, really easy to travel with. And I don't know, those box blushes are just so bulky, and I feel like I never actually wind up using them. This was sold out really quickly actually, but it's the Tarte, it was from the holiday collection, Works of Tarte blush palette, and it has 2 sides to it. So up here you have, I mean, there's really no rhyme or reason. I guess up here it's more like corally and warm, and down here maybe a little bit more like mauve-y and cool, and then you have a highlight. These blushes are really nice, and it was a great, great, great value, but you can get Tarte blushes at all times of year. That highlight's pretty too. So this is the Blushed with Light Blush Trio. And in here you get like a really pretty soft cool tone pink, a bronzy sort of terracotta color, and a coral shade. And Becca blushes are really, really, really high quality. I really wanted to try it out, and I think it was pretty inexpensive. It was like $30. This was not inexpensive, and it was the reason I bought it during the Sephora VIB sale. I really like Visart shadows. I don't think that they're as good as they've been hyped up to be. They're good. They're not $80 palette good, but I really wanted to give the blushes a try. This is the blush palette in the shade Plum Bronze, so Plum Bronze. Just seemed like these were colors I would really get a ton of use out of, and maybe I didn't have a ton of. They actually are quite powdery, and swatching them, ooh, Mama is not impressed. I don't know, none of those are really like doing good things for me, but honestly, blush is one of those things that I have to use a brush with, because finger swatches just never actually are how a blush will perform, you know what I mean? I grabbed 2 NARS singles because NARS blushes are probably my favorite blush formula of all time. So I grabbed the shade Outlaw first. I've always wanted the shade. I need to get my fingers cleaned off, but I have a clean pinky, so Outlaw is a really pretty dusty rose. And I mean, already, like, I know I literally just said, like, finger swatches aren't gonna do anything for you, but look at the difference between the NARS one and that Visart one. I don't know, I'm just not that excited about that Visart palette anymore. But the Outlaw shade is beautiful. It has a golden shift to it that's just so pretty. This other one is Dolce Vita, and I actually have this in a palette, but it's a palette with, like, eyeshadows and stuff, so I don't really use it very often. Dolce Vita, thumb swatch, is a really pretty, oh my god, I love this color so much. It's like a really gorgeous pinky rosy shade with gold in it. I don't know, blush makes me really happy, in case you can't tell. I did this last year as well, where during the VIB sale, I kind of picked out foundations and products I wanted to try through the year, just because again, you get that 20% off. I know I keep talking about it. I know it's not a thing anymore, but I did wind up doing that again this year. There was only one foundation last year that I didn't even try, and I mean, it's still my color. It's still good. I never opened it or anything like that. In terms of primer, I grabbed the Marc Jacobs Invisible Undercover Primer, and I've been using it for a couple of days. I do like it. I just like my Hangover primer more, and I actually have one of those. I'll show it to you. I bought another one just because I love it so much. This one is also like a coconut-based primer, so it's hydrating, it's fine. It just doesn't keep on my makeup as long as the Too Faced one, and the Too Faced one is less expensive. So I don't know, it's okay, it's fine. I just think that everyone's skin is different. The main reason I wanted to grab this though is I wanted to try it in conjunction with the Remarkable foundation, and I grabbed this. Tana talked about it in a video, so I was like, I gotta try it, because I actually learned about the Kat Von D foundation from Tana, and I really, really liked that one. I think we have somewhat similar skin, so I tried the shade Bisque 26. I haven't actually tried it yet, but I want to use them together and see, I don't know, if it makes a difference at all. I feel like when you get a foundation with a matching primer, it should just be like, like sent from the heavens, you know what I mean? But I'll try it out and let you guys know. Again, Hangover primer, I love it. I go through them constantly, so I grabbed another one. I also grabbed a sample of the Bare Skin foundation from Bare Minerals. I really do like Bare Minerals. I'm gonna show you in a minute here. I grabbed a giant tub of the actual mineral foundation, but I have used this before. I just didn't get the right color. I think that it's kind of hard to decide how you like a foundation when it's not a perfect match, when you have to do like XYZ and add in things to make it match. So I decided to just get a small one and one that actually matched me. This is the shade again, Bare Linen 03. And I don't know, I feel like it's good. Like, it's really nice and watery. I have worn it before. I think it's a really nice everyday foundation. I do like wearing makeup pretty much every day if I can, but it's also hard for me not to go like full glam, full beat in my makeup room for 4 hours getting ready, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to find a routine that works for me. On the complete opposite end of things, I picked up the Double Wear foundation as well. This one is in the shade 1 and 2. I really don't fake tan anymore. I don't know why I don't. I like the way I look with fake tan, but I don't like the fading process, so I just haven't really been doing it this past year. So this shade should match me like come spring or anything. I'm currently going through my Kat Von D foundation. I'm about 3/4 of the way through that, and then I can open a new bottle of foundation. But again, this shade should be perfect. I actually want to open this up. Does it have a, oh no, it doesn't have a pump. I thought it did. It smells like my childhood. I wonder if my mom wore this or something. I've just heard this is a really nice full coverage, like wear all day, cake your face foundation, and I wanted to try it because I just feel like it's a holy grail for everyone. However, again, I don't know, I've been enjoying like lighter makeup, and just with my skin being the way that it is, I feel like I shouldn't be wearing too heavy a foundation. I think that the Kat Von D foundation, as much as I love it, has something to do with how dry and just not healthy my skin has been lately, because I have dry skin anyways, and that foundation is like suck all the moisture out your face matte. So I did try, or I wanted to try 2 other things. One of them is a skin serum foundation from Bobbi Brown. I heard that Bobbi Brown is leaving her brand, and so it's something where I want to try products before that happens, because it's been such an iconic and good brand, and I have never really tried much from it. You know how like sometimes makeup brands will switch when there's like a change and things. So this is just a serum foundation with a dropper. I grabbed this shade, if you're curious, Sand 2. Don't know how it'll match, but it has SPF 40, which I thought would be really, really, really insanely good, especially since Texas is weird and the sun is always out and it's always hot. So I don't know, I thought I would try it. And then for days when I want something more matte and just, I don't know, a little bit lighter, this has SPF 30. Again, really, really good for every day. This is the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint, and I got it in the shade Light 2 or Alaska. I feel like it'll probably be somewhat similar to the Jouer Matte Moisture Tint, and I've always really liked that. I actually really recently had to throw out my bottles just because they were a little bit too old, so excited to see how that compares and how these are as foundations. The other like skin foundation base related thing I grabbed are these, or was this double pack of All Nighter makeup setting spray. They recently did change the packaging, so I have some others that were sent to me from Urban Decay, but I bought these with my own money because I love it. I go through bottles of this like it's water because I love how it sets my makeup. I love how it makes things stay throughout the day. It just really makes my makeup look more natural, more like lived in, and also makes it stay on my face, and those are big deals to me. Oh yeah, I grabbed the Deluxe Original Foundation. This is a holiday package. I have another one of these I'm currently going through. It is a $68 value. It was 43 bucks, and then I had the 20% off. Anyways, I use this a lot. I use the color Fairly Light, and it matches me perfectly. I really like the Bare Minerals foundation. There's like a radiance to it. There's a subtle shimmer, and it kind of picks up on imperfections in my skin. So how I kind of go about like combating that is I just go over the top with like a very insanely light dusting of translucent powder, and it sort of dulls it down a bit and also makes it stay in place longer. And this is one of those products where it really doesn't make me feel like, I don't know, my skin is gonna crack off my face, which most powder foundations do, so it's really special. So I have some eye products to share with you guys. The first one is the Kat Von D. I have a couple of Kat Von D products here, actually. It's a brand I really have never tried too much before, but I feel like she's been coming out with things left and right lately. This is the Metal Palette. Oh my god, I really hope this is still available. It's a Metal Matte Eyeshadow Palette. And in here, this is massive, by the way, just like freaking huge. You get in here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 matte shadows, and then 9 shimmer shadows. Yes, I just definitely did double check the math on that. I haven't used this yet. I've been really behind on my makeup game, but I just thought it was such a pretty palette. Oh my god, I want to swatch this tinsel color too. I wish I'd used it around the holidays. I wish I'd done more makeup looks around the holidays, you guys. It was just a rough time of year. But holy crap, these colors are so beautiful. Like so pretty. It's gonna be such a nice palette. Speaking of Kat Von D, I'll go ahead and talk about it now. I did grab the Better Together kit. I love both of these brands separately, and I'm really excited that they did a collaboration together. I guess that it is like a magnetic palette. I actually haven't opened it yet, so this is pretty cool. It's like a magnetic palette that pulls apart like so. Really freaking cute, actually. This would be like a nice gift to share with a friend, you know what I mean? Like if you have totally different makeup styles. In the, I'll separate them, that's easier. In the Kat Von D side, holy crap, that red. You get more obviously dark and smoky colors. In the Too Faced one, it's more like neutral daily sort of shades, kind of more soft and easy going. I love the concept. I love that these two brands have come together. I love Too Faced as a brand. I don't know too much about Kat Von D, of course, but I do like products from them. So in here you also do get the Kat Von D liquid eyeliner pen in Trooper, which is just black, and then a Better Than Sex mascara, which I love, and I go through them like crazy. So I just thought it was a really nice deal. I think it was like 65 bucks, but it was a fun collaboration, and I'm really glad that they did it. I also picked up the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea volume number 2 palette. Ow! I just hurt my nail. I did not know that there was a Rainforest of the Sea. Oh wait, oh, I'm a total idiot. It's because the layout was kind of different from this. I think maybe there were less colors or something, but this one is more cool toned, and honestly, I think this may wind up going to my best friend. I may not even touch it. I think it's a beautiful palette with really nice neutral colors, and it's gorgeous, but honestly, the amount of palettes that I have to go through right now is insane, so I think I'm just gonna pass that on. If you did wanna look at it though, I will show it really quickly. The shades in here are beautiful. Just really pretty colors, like nice neutrals, more on the dark and taupey shade of things, which pretty, but it's not my go-to for daily, and it is a go-to for my best friend. Something that is up my alley is the new Urban Decay After Dark palette. I believe that I've also been sent this, but I bought this one with my own money. I love the packaging on this so much. I think it's really fun and unique, but in here you get a ton of gorgeous colors. I kind of feel like it was Urban Decay's follow-up to their Electric palette, which recently has been discontinued. It's a lot more warm and more like jewel toned, and there's a ton of shimmer. There's not one matte in this bunch, but Jesus, oh, take the wheel. It's so pretty. You also get like a brush, which, you know, those are kind of a dime a dozen to me. It doesn't matter as much as the actual quality of the eyeshadows, which are bananas. Bananas. Look at that. So So freaking pretty. Another eye thing that I grabbed is this little Ardency In kit. This was available during the holidays. I hope it's still around. I thought this was an insane value. Look at this little box. You would not think much, but all of these products are full size and they're all of the Ardency In like must-have things, you know what I mean? One of the reasons I was really excited, actually now that I'm looking at this, I do not believe that this particular product is full size, at least I hope not, it's tiny. This is the Honey Enriched Pigment, and I've always heard Jaclyn Hill talk about these. This one is in the shade Rose Gold. I just thought it was so insanely beautiful, and oh my God, it's so pretty. That is so gorgeous. You could get an entire look out of that because as it blends, it just gets more and more and more beautiful, and it's insane to me how far that swatch is going. I'm in love. That's so pretty. Then we have in here the Modster eyeliner pencil, the Punker liquid eyeliner, and the big mascara. So all products, I mean, black eyeliners, black mascara, I will get to them at some point as I do with all of mine, but there you go. I mostly wanted it because I wanted that freaking pigment. I'm crying. In all honesty, I have one really huge item I'm gonna talk about at the very end of the video just because it's at the bottom of the box and it's holding up a lot of other things for me right now. I did grab this year's, or last year now I guess, the Lash Stash Sephora favorites because I thought that it was a little bit more unique and interesting than lash stashes in the past. So what I'll do usually is I will give away mascaras, things like, I don't know, I love the Better Than Sex. I have a million of them. I will give that to my mom because I know she loves it. Or like, oh, another one, the Buxom mascara. I like it. I don't love it. I will pass it on to someone I think will really like it. So it's kind of like a free-for-all. I really want to try the YSL Baby Doll mascara, but yeah, you can see Benefit They're Real, Tarte mascara, Better Than Sex. Most of these aren't even turned around and I know them. I'm really proud of myself. Urban Decay Perversion, the NARS Audacious. This is a lash primer from Smashbox. This is the Bobbi Brown Smoky Lash Mascara. Again, something I don't love, so I will pass it on. This is the Buxom Mascara. This one is from Estee Edit. So yeah, really, really huge selection. Oh, actually, last eye item I promised is the Tom Ford. I know I've never had anything Tom Ford before and I'm really excited. This is the Cream and Powder Eyeshadow color. I thought this would be a really nice kind of like everyday go-to. It's in the shade Golden Peach, and on the top here you get a really beautiful just basic powder shadow with a ton of shimmer, and on the bottom you get a really beautiful cream shadow. And I thought that together they would be really nice. I thought that separately they would be really nice. The cream shadow is a bit more, it's so soft. Oops, I was not expecting that. Oh, it's all over me, but it's so pretty. Like, casual. It feels like it should for how much it costs. And then the powder itself is a little bit dry actually, but so there is the powder right here. It's actually just more of like a really chunky gold glitter, but I'm going to top it off on the cream shadow and see how I like it. And it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. So it's on that half right there. Both of them are so pretty. I grabbed the NARS Mind Game Sarah Moon Velvet Lip Glide set. I've wanted to try these forever, but in here you get a really nice array of like a soft pink, some really deep dark colors. Great for this time of year, so I'm gonna whip it out. But I've heard that the formulation, oh good, I just got Tom Ford cream shadow on it. I've heard that the formulation of these is really nice. I'm gonna swatch the pink just because, like, you know me, I love my pinks. This will be my go-to. It's in the shade Bound. They're beautiful. I mean, just freaking stunning. They're not going to dry down to a matte from what I understand, but they feel really, really nice. I, of course, will have them on the lips and see how I like them then. I don't know if you can still get this. I hope you can. I hope it's on clearance, girl. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Candy Cane. Yeah, Candy Cane. So apparently it smells like peppermint hot chocolate. Oh, that's so nice. But it was kind of like their holiday release, and it's a really beautiful like candy red. I actually think that'll be nice for Valentine's Day. It's a really, really beautiful color. Then I grabbed this little Stila Naturally Nude lip set. This was like $20. I love the Stila liquid lipsticks, and just having tiny little things like this that I can throw in my purse that I can toss around is really, really, really nice. You get Perla, Patina, and Serenata, really beautiful, just everyday neutral colors. Although I did wind up grabbing this color Baki or Bachi. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It's B-A-C-I from Stila as well. I've seen people talk about this before, and I do have a pretty healthy collection of these Stila liquid lipsticks. This one's more of like a really soft mauve shade. Really, really pretty for this time of year. Recently, my Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Stone, I've had it for a little bit over a year and it's gone bad. Like, it's one of those where I can tell it's gone bad. The formula just isn't the same, and I feel like this is a pretty good replacement, and it's just something different. I love finding replacements for things in my makeup collection that are new and exciting and different, but still somewhat similar to what I already know and love. I grabbed two of the Rouge in Love Lancome lipsticks. This is one of my favorite lipstick formulas ever, and these are colors I've wanted for so long. This is the shade Sweet Embrace, and look at the packaging on these. Super fun, super cute. They're nice and compact, no real wasted space. Sweet Embrace is like a nice everyday nudie pink. I like these because they're not really matte, they're not insanely glossy. They're actually quite like smooth and comfortable. I feel like they're really unsung heroes of high-end makeup in general. They also smell like roses. So, so good. And Lancome lipstick is actually one of my favorites. I just feel like it's really moisturizing. It's never drying. They last a pretty long time. And again, it's just something no one ever talks about. So I thought I would wear them in the new year. The second one is called Rose Tea, and this one is more of like a brownie, but still really nice neutral shade. And I'll swatch that right next to it. Just a little bit warmer and more brown. They're actually quite similar. There is Rose Tea right there. Also grabbed two Kat Von D lipsticks. These are the new Studded Kiss lipsticks. I grabbed Mother and Lolita too. Both of these are also liquid lipsticks to the best of my knowledge. I think Mother is anyways. But they're nice, they're matte. Mother, oh, I don't know if I like that very much. It's not super smooth. It's actually grabbing onto patches that are not that dry on my arm. But it's like a really pretty rosy shade. I'll have to just wear it over a lip liner. Actually, it reminds me a lot of Posy K from Kylie Cosmetics. On the other hand, Lolita 2 is more of a cocoa brown and actually feels a lot nicer. But again, they're super, super duper matte. So there's Lolita 2, there's Mother. Burberry has been a brand that I have slowly been experimenting with, and I've really not been let down by anything I've tried. This is the Burberry Full Kisses lip color in the shade Nude Blush. And I thought this would just be a really nice kind of everyday sort of pretty nudie, peachy beautifulness. And it really is. You can see I have a theme with my lip colors. Boring, not exciting at all. I must have picked up like 6 of these a piece. I go through Brow Wiz and the Brow Definer from Anastasia, both in the shade Taupe like crazy. Usually what I do now is I take the Brow Definer and I'll just define under the brow. I'll really like get the shape of my brow down because it's not super fine, and I feel like I can do it really quickly and it doesn't look as harsh, it just looks more natural, and then I fill in with the Brow Wiz. So that's been my go-to brow lately. This is something I feel really bad even showing, which is why I have some other things after this, but this is the last makeup item as far as I know. Okay, I, again, have not tried out too much from Kat Von D. This was purchased with my own money, I swear. It was insanely expensive, but in here are pretty much all of the Kat Von D Holy Grail items. So the presentation was really beautiful. It's like this amazing huge case of makeup, and I actually like this would have been a great gift, you know what I mean? Like it was a really phenomenal deal. But you get all of her like most coveted items. I actually am gonna wind up using this a lot for makeup travel and whatnot because it feels quite sturdy and it has pockets. But a quick rundown, you get the Shade and Light Eye quads. This is gonna go to my mom. I have plenty of shadows just like this. I feel like she would love it. So this is the Shade and Light quad in the shade Plum. This one's in the shade Smoke, so much more of like a smoky, cool toned quad, whereas this one was obviously filled with purples. And then 2 items I've literally never tried from Kat Von D. I can't believe it because everyone and their mother has, except for me. Oh, that's weird. There was like some sort of dust in that shadow. Maybe it's just from the packaging. I hope so. This is the Shade and Light Eye palette. Everyone and their mother has it but me, and it's just full of really nice matte neutral shades. And then the Shade and Light contour palette. Again, I have never tried either of these, and I've always wanted to. So what I also wanted to try were the Kat Von D brushes because I've always heard really good things. So the last 2 items in here, of course, are the brushes. So you get the Shade and Light like contour brush. You have like a nice domed end on this side. Ooh, and a little angled one on this side. Actually, what I wind up using these domed ones for is more like under eye setting and some highlighting, and with these I use for genuine contour and whatnot. Whereas with this guy, it's more of like a fluffy brush on top, like a small pencil, almost too big for the under eye. And this guy is much more of like a pointy pencil. So that was actually like my biggest purchase. It was a lot of money, but I really wanted to give those items a try, and I'm not going to be keeping everything in that set. Last items in here, and I feel like I say that as I hold up a massive freaking bag, but most of what is in here is pretty substantially sized. Let's talk about hair first. I grabbed the Amika Nourishing Mask. This has sea buckthorn berry. I don't know. I just really wanted to try it. I'm actually gonna smell it right now because I haven't done that yet. I've heard really good things about this Amika brand, but oh, it smells so good. And my hair has been having a hard time. Just like the skin, it doesn't like the weather change very much. And then I wound up grabbing this little 500 point perk, and it's all Amika thing, so I thought I would show you guys. I thought this was actually one of the best 500 point perks, and I thought this was actually a really insanely good 500 point perk from Sephora, because in here you get the dry conditioner spray, you get the dry shampoo spray, which I've heard so many good things about. You get the hair spray, again, really nice for travel. Oh, you do get a little sample of the nourishing mask, and then you get the blowout spray. So I just thought that was so nice, and I really have wanted to try more from this brand, and it smells really good. I grabbed these little Sephora blowout clips because recently, actually from T3, I was sent a new hair dryer. I also have to try out that Dyson hair dryer. I still want to do a video on that, but I never blow dry my hair. I've been trying to blow dry it more often because I know it looks better when I do, and it holds style better and all of that. This is actually the last hair item. It is a mini of the Moroccan oil treatment. I went through a full size of this since I basically got everything for this haul, and it has changed my hair. When I ran out of this the other night, when I decided, you know, I'll be fine, I don't want to break open this little one, I'll just buy another full-size one, because the reason I got the tiny was because I could travel and stuff with it. This was like 15 bucks for the little size. And honestly, my hair felt so much different, so much like, it felt like blonde hair often does, like dry and almost like rubbery and not healthy at all. This makes me feel like my hair is in the best condition it's ever been in, and it honestly has changed it so insanely much for me. So I picked up the tiny. I will be picking up like a big one real soon. I got these little Dry Bar Bay Breeze hydrating shots, and then I got one in my play box. But essentially you just shampoo hair, squeeze out excess water, spray the entire bottle into your hair section by section, and then leave it in and rinse out. It's supposed to be like a really full, hydrating, silky, soft hair treatment. I grabbed some tool items, things, whatever. The first one is the Tarte Holiday Brush Kit. I thought this was such a nice deal. On this side, you have a magnetic palette, so you can put all of your things, like all of your single shadows and whatnot. And then on this side, you get some brushes. And I really enjoy Tarte brushes. And all of these are like double-sided. I just thought they would be so good for travel. This one would be great for foundation because it's like a nice flat top. You have something to like set the under eye on the other side. This one is just a little round buffer or blush or contour, whatever you want. This one would be good for highlight or blush, and then this one would also be really good for just like targeting areas like that, or even a super huge eyeshadow brush. Then this guy is like a real eyeshadow brush. You have like a shader on this end, a little fluffy on that end, and then this one is good for more detail work. It's like more pointy at the top there, and then it has a really small detailed brush. Really such a great deal for that, and I really hope that Tarte does something similar to that next year because I just thought it was so nice. I also grabbed the Too Faced Mr. Right Perfect Powder Brush because the concept of this seemed so cool and weird and gimmicky and interesting. So Mr. Right is just a massive freaking powder brush, but you're supposed to be able to change the shape with the little, like, what do you call this? Like, is it like a hair bow thing? Like you're supposed to be able to make it like more pointy. I don't know. That's the whole gimmick behind it, is it's supposed to be a perfect all-in-one powder brush. I feel like that's weird, but I did think it would be nice. It's just like an everyday powder brush, and it feels really soft. And then I have not one, not two, but 3 fragrance buys because I'm a maniac. Oh, and I also have a beauty blender. I've never tried the original beauty blender, so I just grabbed this bad boy. It's like a champagne color. Beauty blenders have been around for 15 years. Where have we been all this time? I feel like they've only existed like the last 3. So I'm really proud of myself because I actually went through and I'm really on like, I think maybe the last 10 uses of the Lancôme La Vie Belle perfume. So I grabbed the holiday kit because you get a 1.7 fluid ounce perfume as well as a pen spray, and not a roller ball, a pen spray. And I hate roller balls. I've said that before. I don't feel like they put out a lot of fragrance at all. I travel constantly, so I thought this would be a really nice buy. And again, I was almost out of it, and I will be out of it very soon. It kind of has been my go-to perfume lately. When I was at Playlist DC, a friend of mine used this perfume every day, and I just fell in love with the scent of it. It's the Miss Dior perfume, and honestly, this is all I've been using lately. I do kind of interchange it with the Lancôme La Vie Belle. They're very, very insanely similar. This one I feel is just, it has better staying power for me, and I don't know, I just really like it. So the Miss Dior perfume, and then the last thing in this entire haul, can you believe it, is the Marc Jacobs Decadence pen spray set. In here, this was like, I think it was expensive, but it's just 3 pen sprays of Decadence. And again, it's something where I travel a lot. I've gone through almost all of my like little mini perfumes here recently, and I lost my favorite perfume ever, the Juicy Couture, original Juicy Couture pen spray. I lost it a few months ago, so I thought I would grab Decadence because it's kind of my go-to for this time of year. It's really, really nice and soft and sweet, whereas I think that the La Vie Belle and the Miss Dior are more like floral and a little bit heavier. This one is very, very soft and sweet, but it really sticks around. It has like sort of like a berry vanilla scent to it, but it stays forever, which is really nice. And that's it for this haul. I cannot believe myself right now. There was so much here, but it has literally been accumulating since September. So that's fine, probably, maybe not. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know a lot of you have been missing the makeup videos, so I wanted to bring you a really, really big one. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love for you to be part of our family, and I'm pretty sure everyone else would agree that this is the coolest place on earth. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but we are pretty dope. So definitely join if you haven't already. That was cheesy. I'm gonna go ahead and go. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I love you guys to the freaking moon and back, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.